want to reach your goals, you need to learn how to get there. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trish. Today I want to talk about achieving our dreams. How for me, it's way more important to focus on the process and how to get to your dreams than to just fantasize about our goals. I feel like people usually tell you to just focus on your goal and to think about your goal as motivation. Because, for example, if your goal is to travel somewhere, you're going to be thinking like, oh my God, I want to go to this place so bad. And you're going to search so many things about that place. But are those things helping you to reach that goal? No, they're just helping you to daydream about it. If you want to get a specific job, you're going to search about people that already have that job and see how their lives are like and see what they can do with the money that they gain from that job. But what is the point of that? Those things are going to motivate you, but you shouldn't focus on motivation. You should focus on showing up every day to do the things you need to do to get to your goal. Today, I'm going to teach you my process of how I always try to reach my goals. How I ended up doing my master's degree abroad, how I traveled to Japan and Korea, which I wanted to do for a really long time, and how I'm building my dream life right now, or at least trying to. So let's get into it. Write down your goals. Journaling is so important. Right now, I'm looking at my journal and looking at my notes for today's topic because I feel like writing down the things that you want to achieve and how you plan to achieve them, it's one step closer to actually reach the point that you want to reach. And when I say to focus on the process, it doesn't mean that goals and looking at your goals doesn't matter. They matter so much, but what you need to do is you need to write down your goals so you know what you're focusing on, and you have to be super specific. You can't say, for example, I want to travel more this year. No, where do you want to go? How long do you want to go? Which city? You have to be specific so you know what you're actually fighting for. If you just write down like, oh, I want to travel more this year, you don't know exactly what you're fighting for. Traveling more is so general, it's not gonna help you. You need to know exactly what you want to do. And believe me, when you write down your goals, you need to be specific. It needs to be something that anyone that reads it knows exactly what you want to do. And it's important to know what you're actually fighting for. You need to know specifically what you're fighting for so you can go after it, so you can make a plan. The next part is following the steps. After you figure out exactly what you want to do, you have to map out how you're going to get there. And you have to be super specific. And you know, this isn't easy, but you need to understand what you can do to reach your dreams. You might have to adapt your plan later on, and most probably you will have to, but that is completely fine because you have to try certain things to understand if they're gonna help or not you achieving your dreams. I'm gonna give you a practical example, which was my trip to Korea and Japan. I'm always using the same examples, but it's just easier for me. So at first I was like, okay, I wanna go to Korea and Japan. So I figured out, okay, how much money roughly do I need to go on this trip? And then I made the calculations, and I'm not going to say numbers because this is going to be different for everyone because I was very low budget, but there are people that might want to spend money on certain things that I didn't. So you have to figure out your own number, okay? There's no right or wrong number. So you have to start by figuring out how much money you'll need, and then you have to figure out how much money can I save every month. And just so you understand, I first thought about going to Korea in 2020, and I was only able to go on this trip in 2024. So it took me 4 years to save money for it. But you know, it doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is that you have a plan, and at the end of that plan, you're gonna achieve your dream. It doesn't matter if it takes you 1 month, 1 year, 10 years. What matters is that you're working towards something and you're gonna get there eventually. And with this, I wanna go to the next topic. Stop putting a time limit on your goals. You cannot control when things will happen to you. I'll repeat, you cannot control when things will happen to you. You can estimate how long it might take based on different factors. Like, for example, if I know that I need a specific amount of money to go on my trip and I can save another specific amount of money every month, then I can calculate how much time it will take. But it might take more time, it might take less time. We never know what will happen, okay? And since it's not in our hands how long it will take, just don't focus on that. Because sometimes the problem is that we think, oh, this year I want to do this. But then we cannot reach within a year, so we give up. Why? Just because you want to achieve something in a year, it doesn't mean that if you don't achieve it in that year, you're a flop. You're not. You're working towards it. You might think that 1 year is enough, but maybe you need 2 years. Maybe you need 3. Does that make your goal unworthy? No, it doesn't. Like I said before, you cannot control when things will happen to you. So you just have to put in the work and don't focus on time, because that is not going to motivate you. If you put a time limit on your goals and you don't achieve within that time limit, you're going to lose motivation, and we don't want that. You cannot quit on your dreams. You have to believe that you can do it. It doesn't matter how long it will take. You can do it. If you think you can achieve something in a year and then you give up just because you didn't, who says you wouldn't achieve your dreams in the next month that you quit? If I told you that if you worked on something for 12 months, but you would reach it on the 14th month, would you give up? Would you not work those extra 2 months? You would. So stop putting a time limit. You don't know when will happen, and it's none of your business. It's not in your hands. What you can do is do the things, the steps that you wrote down. And if you feel like those steps aren't taking you anywhere, write new steps. Search what other people have done to reach the same goals that you want to reach. Research, do your research. Try different things. Life, our whole life is based on trial and error. We try, we make mistakes, and we try again, and eventually you will get there. Everything in life is like that. So don't give up at the first problem that shows up. Don't give up just because you didn't reach your goal within the time you wanted to. Don't put a time. Just do the things you need to do. You will get there. You have to believe you will get there. If you believe you will get there, it doesn't matter how long it takes, because you're going to keep working for it. You will never feel like you're losing motivation. We only feel like we're losing motivation because we always think like, oh, this month I want to reach this amount of followers, or like next month I want to save this amount of money. You're putting a time. Don't do that. Don't. If you're really focused on achieving your dreams, then you have to do whatever it takes. And you cannot give up. This is what I had to say today. If you have any questions, please leave in the comments down below. I would love to answer anything you have to ask me. I hope I motivated you to go and chase your dreams, no matter what they are. And I'm here to tell you that I believe in you. You can do it. You just have to put in the effort. And you know, sometimes we might have other things going on, so it's hard to focus 100% on something. We can never focus 100% on something. So it doesn't matter if you're focusing 5, 10, 20% of your time on something. It's better than nothing. And you will grow and eventually get there. Might be more of a slow pace. It will be more quickly for other people. Doesn't matter. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you want to do. And focus how you're going to get there. And just follow the steps. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to keep updated on the videos that I post. And I'll see you on the next one.